We're in a very impactful time. This is mid-2022. This is July 2022. We're in a very impactful time where we are seeing coming to the surface, and it had to at some point, all the darkness, all the shadow that was always present in the lives of us and the lives of society and the cultural mass across the planet is coming to the fore. It's coming up. It's being expressed. It's being brought to the surface. It's been, the veil of consciousness, the veil of the cosmic rays of an age of transition are coming onto this planet in such a way. They are exposing everything that needs to be exposed. But here's the thing: the powers that be knew that in order for this was going to happen, so they knew they had to put everybody into sleep in a way that was much deeper than they already were asleep, in order for them to have the situation where this would happen without them being held accountable for their actions. And that goes from a macro level to a micro level. I mean, globally, the powers that be and the forces that move through them, the forces that move through the powers that be, I mean, astral entities, possession. Some of these world leaders and authorities and elites aren't even human anymore. They're replicants. They're fucking cyborgs. They're robots. They're a biological AI in a form that's been either possessed with that biological AI, which I wrote about in a book called United in 2016, which is the sequel to Entwined, which is in the Shadow and Soul series, the collection of books that I've written, as instrumental to my perception of the world at that time in 2016. But also right now I see everything that I wrote about in that book coming to the fore now and manifesting in life, in our culture, our society, our world. I'm beginning to see what I learnt and understood back in 2016, what was guided to me and shown to me through Armand Sueño, the author that I wrote with, the part of myself that I channeled into my being, to write United, to write Entwined, to write Sanctum with. I'm beginning to see aspects of that information that was brought in regards to the AI, the interdimensional AI possessing human forms, and these puppets and sycophants and elites who call themselves elites, but they're not elites by any stretch of the fucking imagination. We've given them that energy and that power by surrendering and acquiescing and giving them that energy and power. We don't have to listen to anything they fucking say or do anything they say. We can tell them to go fuck themselves. And this is the time to do it, because as they begin to show us what their real end game is, what they want to create for the world, now is the time for we the people, we the consciousness that occupies all of these genetic spacesuits, all of these physical bodies, to come forward and say, no, 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 no. No. We are seeing your bullshit. We're going to call you on it. And speaking of seeing bullshit, being called on it, how's this motherfucker Sadhguru, one of the biggest frauds of the 21st century? What a fucking fraud this guy is. I saw a video of him at Davos saying, I want to have less souls on the planet, not more, and laughing about it. Less souls on the planet and not more. Well, Sadhguru, how about this? How about you? Next year at Davos, when is it? January, I think it's in January. When do they meet? Once a year, twice a year, the World Economic Forum? I'm not even sure, I don't really follow these guys anyway, but anyway, when they meet next, and you're invited to go there, to talk there, why don't you go in there, when Bill the cyborg Gates, is sitting on the stage with Ernesto Blofeld, Klaus Schwab, and the whole place is packed to the hilt with tin pot dictators. You walk in there, strapped with explosives underneath your rags, your cheap Indian rags. You walk in there with explosives all over your body, so you know that when you push that button, everyone in that entire building is going to be fucking blown up and die and go back to the fucking 8th sphere where they belong. You walk in there and say, just quietly walk to the front of the stage and say to everyone in the room, I want to have less souls on the planet, not more, then laugh, and then blow the whole fucking building up and destroy and kill every single fucking cocksucker in that building, every tin pot dictator, all gone. Thank fucking God. And here's what we'll thank you for it. The planetary consciousness will thank you for it. Arman and the 8th sphere will thank you for it. We're sending his army back to where they fucking belong. And we will all be able to create a paradise with all these cocksuckers gone We'll be able to create a paradise, and there'll be less souls on the fucking planet. Hey, it's a win-win. You win and we win. What do you think about that, Sadhguru? How about that for a fucking smart thing to do next time you go to Davos, you fucking fraudulent cocksucker? Once again, coming to the surface, that which has been hidden. These people like Deepak Chopra, who sold his soul fucking many years ago, Sadhguru sold his soul many, many years ago. They are shills for the system, and we are seeing that. They have to expose themselves for who they are to us. And that comes down to a micro level for us as well in our everyday society, everyday life. Our own personal shadows are being reflected back at us through society, through people we interact with. And in my case, I'm seeing it with many people in my life I'm interacting with. I'm seeing my own shadow being reflected back at me. I'm seeing the places in my life through people I'm interacting with where I'm not honouring my truth, honouring my integrity, honouring my authenticity. And that being shown back at me has given me a chance to heal. It's given me a chance to heal and given me a chance to connect to God, into source energy, into the planetary consciousness in a way that is constructive, in a way that's beautiful, powerful, and most importantly for me, integral in my processes moving forward. Now, I joked about that whole idea with Sadhguru, right, blowing himself up at the Davos. But trust me, if he did that, I'd be pretty fucking stoked. And a lot of people would, because there'd be less souls on the planet and not more. Fucking cocksucker. But that's the situation we find ourselves in today. We see these people who are fraudulent frauds, who are just fucking fake, who are just in it for themselves, who are just basically there as controlled opposition, realistically, take us down spiritual dead ends, spiritual cul-de-sacs, are being exposing themselves. And this is going to happen, momentum, it's going to get really faster and faster and faster to a point where we can't, even those who are asleep and deeply in the mix, due to a medical procedure that they took in 2021 and 2022, even they only get the chance to wake up from their slumber to see the truth. And boy oh boy, there's going to be blood on the streets worldwide when they see what's been done to them, their children, and their grandparents or their parents. When they know the truth, there's going to be blood on the fucking streets. You can guarantee that. I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that, I know. No one wants to see that, but it's the truth of the matter. When it happens, when this truth is revealed in a way that they can no longer deny it, and those who are deeply in the mix, who are deeply possessed with the Wetiko mind virus, those who are deeply in mass formation, those who are deeply asleep, can no longer ignore the fact that their own personal shadows, microcosm, in regards to their own personal shadow work and their own personal shadows, and those around them, and those in the culture and society, are present in their life. They can no longer deny it. Then they'll wake up from their slumber, and hopefully they'll wake up before they get sucked off and siphoned off into the 8th sphere. Their consciousness gets sucked off and siphoned off into the 8th sphere, where they will reincarnate into. That, my friends, and my perception is becoming more and more and more obvious to me. This whole idea of the harvest was the harvest of consciousness through a medical procedure that would slice off the soul's ability to connect to source energy, to God. And by doing that, Aruman, as Steiner's cosmology and Steiner's work, spiritual sciences work, Aruman, who's already here, I feel, in our dimension, incarnate into a body in this dimension. It could be incarnate into many bodies all at once. This energy of Aruman in this world today is here to do just that, to siphon off, to harvest consciousness and take it into the 8th sphere, so that we'll reincarnate into the 8th sphere. And boy oh boy, has Aruman and his army done a really good job of doing that. But, my friends, due to the nature of the situation and what's coming to the fore, and what we'll be able to see and understand and also have been able to witness, due to the nature of all that's coming to the surface, that also includes all the ways to get out of this trap for those who have gone into it. There's a way out. There's a way out. And to ask me what it is, you have to work it out for yourselves. I can't tell you what it is because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But there is that connection to source energy. Source energy pervades all, even the darkest of dark. So there must be a way to get out. There must be a way to get out. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. Matewa. I'll see you again soon.